everyone, my name is TC and I'm the editor of Schoolgirl Online, and this is the first episode of an ongoing series that we're going to be doing called Pep Talk. I'm really excited about it, and in this episode we're going to be covering the topic of self-confidence. This topic is particularly close to my heart. It's because it took me a very long time to develop confidence in myself. The way that I was raised by my wonderful parents, and myself and my sisters were always taught to, believe in ourselves, have confidence in ourselves. We were always told by our parents that we were fearfully and wonderfully made, and to not let any negative comments from anyone else make us feel inferior or to deter our beliefs about ourselves. But obviously by the time you get to school, you spend 6 to 7 to 8 hours there, surrounded by different children who come from different backgrounds. Some of them are not taught about individual differences, and a lot of them are ignorant to people who may look differently to them. And especially throughout primary school, I spent a lot of my childhood days miserable because there were people who used to take the mick out of me for being tall, for being dark-skinned. There were all sorts of reasons why people tried to convince me that the way I looked was wrong. But now that I'm of a certain age and I run Schoolgirl, the main ethos of our magazine is about encouraging and empowering young women, and not just women but people in general. And I just think it's so important that you get to a stage in your life where you do have confidence in yourself. What I want to point out is there is an absolute fine difference between arrogance and confidence. Now sometimes people get them confused, and I hear a lot of people ask me the question, well, how do I become confident? Or sometimes I'm scared to say that I do certain things just in case people think that I'm better than them. But at the end of the day, if someone feels inferior just because you're prettier than them, or just because you're better at them in an area, that's not your fault, it's not your business. Arrogance is when you purposely go out of your way to make yourself feel like the most important person in the room. It's more about self-importance, self-indulgence, thinking that you're better than you are and thinking that you're better than other people. Now, to have confidence, it's not necessarily about thinking that you're better than anybody else. It's just about believing in yourself. It's about having so much belief in yourself that if someone was to come up to you and tell you that you're ugly when you believe that you are beautiful, it just means that what they've got to say is just so irrelevant and so unimportant, because your self-confidence, it supersedes anything negative that they have to say. And that's the kind of self-confidence that you need to get to, that stage where someone could try and tell you something and it's literally like water off a duck's back. It's so irrelevant. It's just like, why are you even talking to me? Like, be gone. And don't be afraid if someone is going to be better than you in some areas. There is always someone that's going to be better, and that's okay. Someone's always going to be prettier. Someone's always going to be able to do something better than you do. Someone can always sing better. Someone's always going to have better hair. Someone's going to be skinnier. Someone's going to have better curves. It doesn't matter. What matters is the self-confidence that you have in yourself, and believing that you are the very best that you can be, and running with that. It's about making the most of that. Like, when you think about it, there are 7 billion people on this earth and only one you. And if you think about it, if you only have that one chance and you are the only person to be that version of you, then why would you not make the best of it? Because no one else can do it apart from you. And another great thing about self-confidence, it's that self-validation, that tangible things don't need to validate you. It's a mindset. It's knowing that even if you walk out the house without a face full of makeup, that you have that confidence in yourself, that you still are the best. Even if you're not wearing designer clothes, you can walk out the house knowing that you still are the best. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Why is this eyelash begging to be in the vlog, please? Don't let people's clothes and makeup fool you. You can have on a full face of makeup and still not feel confident in yourself. Like, it's very possible. But confidence, honestly, is the best makeup product you can ever have. Like, there's guys out here spending XX amount of pounds and pence on beauty and makeup products, when all they really needed was confidence and a smile, which is free. And there are so many things that the media will tell you about trying to make yourself confident, you know, your contour on fleek, trying to replicate this and that celebrity. No, that's not it at all. That's not the solution. I thank God that I'm confident enough to do this vlog, not having to worry about how much makeup I'm wearing or whether I've got the right eyeshadow on. I literally thought, do you know what, the most makeup I'm going to put on today is my red lip gloss, and that's because I just like bright colours. The rest of my face is as plain as Jane, and I'm cool with that. Sometimes people will purposely put themselves down. I mean, some people genuinely don't have confidence in themselves, so, you know, remove yourself from a small minority if I'm not referring to you. But there are others out there who purposely shrink, and I don't know whether it's because they're attention seeking or they want people to feel sorry for them, but there's nothing cool about shrinking for others, you know, to fit in or to look good. Like, confidence is so much more attractive. No one wants to be around a drab pessimist that's always constantly doubting their abilities or constantly putting themselves down. There's a really inspirational poem that I absolutely adore. It's by Marianne Williamson. I know a lot of people quote it as Nelson Mandela, but it's called Our Deepest Fear. And it's about, just to paraphrase, it says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate, our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. And there's a particular line in that poem, and it says, as we allow our light to shine, we subconsciously allow the light of others to shine around us. Something like that, I'm just paraphrasing. But it's so true. Like, there's so many people that come up to me and say, I wish I was as confident as you, or they say to me, I feel so much more confident when you're around me. My confidence allows someone else to feel better about themselves, and that's really powerful, because as far as I'm concerned, that person could have been on the verge of suicide, they could have been, you know, wanting to run away from their problem or give up, but the fact that being around me has liberated them in a way where they now feel they can go on and love themselves a little bit better. That makes me feel 100% like I have won the lottery. That's what self-confidence is. It's something that can be easily shared. Just knowing that you can be confident in yourself can help someone else is really powerful. I didn't become a self-confident person overnight. It's a journey, it's a process, and I understand that. But there are ways that, you know, you can help to improve confidence within yourself. Constantly encourage yourself. If it means that you have to look yourself in the mirror every day and tell yourself, I can, I will, I must, then do that. Do that until it becomes word vomit. Do it until it becomes a habit. If they say it takes 30 times to make something a habit. Even in your very posture, if you notice that when I sit straight. When I walk down the road, I hold my head high and I walk straight, because when you hold your head down or you hunch your shoulders or like sit very slouched, that naturally shrinks you as a person. And like, you wouldn't believe, it's very simple things like that that can increase your confidence. You know, sit up, let people know that they must and they will take you seriously. Even in your smile, I smile a lot, even when I'm nervous and I'm scared as heck. Like, I do so many talks around schools and like different events in front of like big massive corporates, and like sometimes I am so nervous, but I smile as if like I've got this, like I know exactly what I'm doing. To be confident doesn't mean that you have to necessarily shout the loudest. You can be quietly confident and quietly reserved. That's okay. And to be honest, the ones that are usually shouting the loudest anyway are often the ones that suffer from the most insecurity. But as long as they're not raining on your parade, that's fine. And if they do, just keep it moving, because we have no time to entertain these people. Time is very precious. Okay. I also want to point out that when you do get to the stage where you just couldn't really care less what anyone else thinks, people will not like you even more, and that's okay. Like, they might say, oh, she thinks she's too nice. Yes, I am should be your response, because at the end of the day, you can't help but you believe in yourself. If they don't, that's their business. Like, good for you. Like, go and hate on someone else somewhere else. but as long as you know that you feel amazing within yourself and you're not intentionally going out of your way to rain on anyone else's parade, then go ahead girl, do your thing. At the end of the day, no one else should be able to walk into your space, walk into a room and make you feel inferior. You need to learn to be comfortable in your own skin, because at the end of the day, you're stuck with you for life. So you may as well make the most and the best of you, because no one else can. And that is my little pep talk for you. I hope you've learned something. I hope you've taken something away from this. No, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a therapist. I'm just someone who has been on the journey of self-confidence, and I feel it's important to share my own personal tips with you and hope that you feel empowered by it. So bye for now, and hopefully we'll be back with more pep talks to encourage you.